who's about to shoot the banana ball like a hockey puck.
The 1-2 pitch.
Oh!
He'll throw it. It's lifted out to left center. D'Armedo's there. He's going to backflip and make the catch. One of the wildest plays you'll see in your life.
We love it. Ryan Kellogg of the Savannah Bananas. You have had the hockey world in the palm of your hand all week. We've all been talking about how great it was to see the Savannah Bananas baseball kind of show team pay tribute to the hockey world. So thank you so much, first of all, for doing that, and thanks for joining us here to talk about it. How did the idea to take out the toque and the hockey stick and involve hockey on the baseball diamond, how did that all come to be?
No problem, and thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it. This is incredible. It's just kind of one of those things where we all of our players kind of have their own character, what they're known for, their signature thing. Me being a Canadian, I've been wearing the toque all season, and the hockey thing has been something we've been kind of playing around with, and just finally we figured this was the right opportunity to do it. We were up in Maine. We know there's a lot of hockey fans up there, and said, hey, you know what? Let's see how this goes. So I tried to shoot the puck for the first pitch. Didn't go great. Shooting off play isn't exactly the easiest thing to do. So we said, what's our backup plan? It was this one. So we're hoping to find a way to get the actual slap shot for a strike. But until then, I'd say this one worked out pretty well.
That's tough to do. I've got so many questions because this was awesome.
And he's an analytics guy, so he really wants to break it down how this happened.
Yeah, right. Like I played baseball was my sport growing up. I was a pitcher too, like not nearly what you are, but the first time I watched it, I'm like, ditching the glove, catching the ball, and in one motion throwing a strike, that's hard. And so, first of all, like, how hard was that to execute that? And did you know the center fielder was going to do a backflip, or is that something that just kind of happens when there's fly balls? Like, it all came together to be this perfect sequence of events.
Yeah, the backflip was definitely a surprise. We had played around with it a little bit before the game, trying to juggle the ball. Obviously, as a kid, we did it with a tennis ball or a street hockey ball, and it's not that bad. But with the baseball, it's a little bit different. So we played around with that, and our owner thought it was awesome. So we practiced that for a little bit. Like I said, we tried to shoot the ball from the mound. We played with that in a bunch of different spots, whether it was my feet were on the rubber, whether the ball was on the rubber, behind the mound to create a little more loft. We tried it all. So just tried to practice and see how fast I could ditch the glove, catch it, and hopefully throw the ball remotely close to the strike.
Ryan, how does a good old boy from Whitby, Ontario, end up in Savannah, Georgia, playing baseball when you should be a hockey player?
I've had quite the road. Grew up playing in Whitby, like you said. Played for the junior national team as well. Went to Arizona State for 3 years. Was drafted by the Chicago Cubs. I spent 7 years in the minor leagues with them. Played independent ball last year, and then this opportunity came up this year, and had some other buddies on the team, and then told me how much fun it was, how awesome it was, and said, hey, let's give this a shot. It's been a ton of fun. So I tried playing hockey when I was about 10, played until I was probably 16 or 17, realized that I was better at baseball than I was at hockey, and so just kind of stuck with it. So I do still love to play hockey whenever I can, get out on the pond, but for now, baseball player.
Yeah, baseball with a side of hockey added to, add some flair, which, again, we appreciate. So if anyone out there who doesn't know the Savannah Bananas and what you guys do, maybe you can explain kind of just what it takes to put the whole show together, because you guys have some really crazy and fun, entertaining antics that you do. What's it been like for you over the past couple of months as the new guy to kind of come into this, and what is the show all about? What is the prep like? What are the receptions like from the crowd? Tell us everything.
The show is all about being fans first. That's the name of the company that owns the teams, Fans First Entertainment. And everything they do, they want to put the fan first. How can they get the fan more engaged? How can they get the fan more involved? So we have a fan challenge. So kind of like football, where you get both teams can challenge. We also allow a fan to have a challenge. If a fan catches a foul ball, it's an out. So the whole show, it's been a steep learning curve, learning how to dance, learning how to do some of these trick plays, all that sort of stuff. So like I said, it's all about being fans first. After the games, we all go outside to the Plaza Party and we sign autographs for everybody for about an hour.
Wow.
Take your pictures, get your autographs, just be able to interact with the fans after the crazy reception they give us. All of our games are sold out. People start lining up at 1 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game when the gates open at 5:30. And then once 5:30 hits, there's other entertainment stuff going on. whether it's Ziggy that you saw there on the screen balancing stuff on his face, they're playing games, they're getting the fans into it. And so it just becomes a whole experience. It's not just a baseball game. It's not just a show. Like it's an experience that everybody wants to be a part of.
That's awesome. And you might not have made it as a hockey player, but you are on the NHL Network. You can tell all your buddies back home in Whitby that you made it on the network. What I want to know, I think what a lot of the hockey fans that saw this want to know is there going to be another one, another hockey-themed something? Have you started to think about what might be next?
Yeah, I've been playing around with actually being able to make the shot. So I've seen some of those little pieces of plastic that kind of replicate ice a little bit more. Just coming off the clay, it's a little bit too inconsistent. You're never sure how long the blade's going to stick in the ground. So maybe we'll have to bring out a little piece of plastic or one of those sauce hockey things.
Yeah.
And see if we can take a slap shot from the mound and strike somebody out.
Nice.
Or just let DR do another backflip. Either one.
Hey, now are you guys, is this a league or do you just tour around the country? And how many players are on the team?
The Savannah Bananas probably have about 20 to 23, and then the Party Animals probably have 18 to 20. And so most of the time we do play just each other, but we do also have other games called Challenger Series where we'll play other independent league teams or collegiate summer league teams, which is how this started. But we'll get like the All-Stars. We have the Florida All-Stars up here, and so just seeing if people want to be part of it, seeing these other teams buy in and just show how much fun it can really be and get back to where we all started, just trying to have fun playing the game.
Well, I think I speak for all of us here at NHL Network when we say that your recent trick was our favorite, but you've seen a lot, right? We just showed video of a guy with a bat on fire. You mentioned some other things, obviously the backflip in center field. What, in your relatively short time, couple months now with the Savannah Bananas, what's your favorite trick that you've seen done by either you or one of your teammates?
I don't think I've done any trick plays yet. As a pitcher, usually you go into self-defense mode when the ball comes back. But, the backflip's definitely up there. There's been some cool transfers, guys going between their legs, catching balls behind their back, guys dribbling the ball and then throwing somebody out. There's no shortage of entertaining options for when it comes to these guys doing the trick play, depending on what position they are. So we've seen a lot. We're at just over 500 trick plays on the year so far between us and the Party Animals. So it'll be interesting to see how many more we can get this tour and what they are.
Yes, and real quick before we let you go, I also just wanted to get your thoughts on if we might be able to see this in a hockey world someday, like have our own hockey version of the Savannah Bananas, the Harlem Globetrotters, and if so, would you sign up for that? Would you feel comfortable in your hockey skills enough to join kind of a trick play league or team like that?
I'd have some serious work to do. It's been a while since I've been back out on the ice.
Wouldn't that be great, though, to see that, to have the game on display in more of a skills competition way?
Yes. I couldn't imagine what that would look like. I mean, if you talk about the Globetrotters, all the stuff that they do, all the different stuff we do. But, yeah, if you can make like a skills competition, the crazy goals you'd see, guys doing Michigan moves left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Who knows what,
I mean, that right there. This is Pavel Barber. If you don't know of him, you should follow him on Instagram. He's amazing. He's a stick handling specialist. This was at an event I actually got to take part in, a charity event with the Wild Alumni Association, but he was there, and he would be like the captain of whatever team.
He'd be on the squad.
Yeah, that would be amazing to see.
That would be the guy leading the charge on all of that and teaching the other guys all the tricks and how to do it. We have our glove magician at shortstop, Ryan Cox, and he's leading the tour with 120-something trick plays at this point. So I feel like every team needs that one guy to take charge and run with it, and I feel like he would be a perfect candidate.
Well, the next time that you guys are in New Jersey, I'm going to buy tickets for the whole family because I can't wait to see you guys in person. Thanks so much for joining us, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you again for having me on.
With that, let's take a look at where the Savannah Bananas will be next. They'll go to Des Moines this weekend and then back home in Savannah for a couple of days. It's really just a fun time. As he mentioned, it's not a baseball game. It's not just a show. It's everything, all the entertainment. So can't wait to see. When we come back, a conversation on one of the most crucial roles in hockey, the captain. Who should wear the C on some of the teams currently without one? We'll discuss. Thank you, Ryan. That was wonderful.
Yeah, thanks, man.
No problem. I appreciate you guys on that. That's awesome. I mean, like you said, being part of the NHL Network, always dreamed of being in the NHL or the MLB, but this is the next best thing.
Oh, that's great. Well, hopefully
great
you can
having
find
you.
the clip online, and maybe our people can send it to you, and you can share it with your family and friends.
I think Whitby would be a great place to bring your team up for an exhibition game.
Well, we were trying to do that. So next year we will be going international. I think we're going to Mexico. I kept hinting to our owner. I was like, hey, we can go to Canada. We can go to Canada.
They like their baseball up there.
Yeah.
We do. We have Toronto. We have the Rogers Center that we can go play at.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
We have to build up to that, though. So the biggest stadium that we've held so far held probably about 15,000. Next year we're going to do some major league stadiums with about 40,000, but the Rogers Center is about 55.
Wow.
So
Very
we gotta build
cool.
up to.
Oh, the Jays don't sell that one out either. So.
Hey. Well, thanks again for doing this, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you guys. Take care.
Bye.